Applications are now live for the UK Cyber Leaders Challenge, and that means the launch of our new application platform. So in this video, I'm going to talk through our aims with the platform and how you can use it to submit your applications. Our aims with this platform are twofold. For our team, it's helping us to scale the competition to reach more students around the UK. And for your teams, we hope that the platform really helps you to create your application and be able to jump in and out of working on it before the deadline. A few things to know before we go into the demo are this platform is designed for fully formed teams. So once you have joined a team on the platform or created one, you will not be able to then swap to a different team without sending us a message to change a few things on the back end. So at the moment, that's quite a manual process, and we ask that you only create a team once you have formed your teams. Another thing to note is that a team member, rather than a coach, must create the team on the platform. So coaches, please ask your team members to create the team on the platform and then to invite you to that team. Another thing to know is that team members and students can only be part of one team on the platform, whereas coaches can be as part of as many teams as they like. So coaches, when you log into the platform, you'll have a drop down where you're able to select and browse through your different teams that you're a part of. So the flow of using the platform that I really want to pass on to you is that the first thing that happens is one of your team members sets up their account and creates a team on the platform. They'll then invite the other team members and the coach to join them in the application. Then everyone will have their own account on the platform to fill out their own personal details, and this should take less than 5 minutes. The next thing that you'll do as a team is create your team application. And these are fields that everyone on your team can see and edit and you can work on together. And then the last thing to do is submit that application before the deadline. And with that, you'll have an application to the Cyber Leaders Challenge. So now I'm going to open up the demo and run through it with you. The first page that you'll see when you access the application platform is this login screen. If you have an account, then you can just log in, but we don't have anyone signed up at the moment, so we're going to create a new account. For this, enter in your email. I'm going to use a temporary one, so we used this temporary account. For the passwords need to be at least 12 characters long. We don't have any other requirements for special characters or numbers, just that they need to be at least 12 characters long. Once my password is 12 characters or more, then we'll see this go green, and it means that I can sign up. When I sign up, or when I log in, then I'll be taken to this page first. This is a page where the system's checking if we already have a team. If we do have a team, then it'll take us straight to the next page. But because we don't have a team yet, we'll come here. Now, this is important to read and important, as I was saying before, because you cannot change teams once you've been assigned to a team without first messaging us and us having to change it in the back end. So please make sure that only one person from your team clicks this button and creates a new team. And if you are a coach, then one of your student team members needs to create the team and then invite you to it. So students must create the team, and only one student per team should create it. So we'll wait for the next page to load. And now we have just created a new team. The first thing to do is read through the information about the competition and then invite our team members. So the first team member will be team member B is the first person I'm going to invite. And let's enter an email for them. Once the email is valid, then I can add team member 2, and that will take us through. So it's coming up with an error here, so an unknown error has occurred, but I can see that this team member has been added. I can see that the instructions now say add the third team member, which means we've already got 2 in the team. So I'm happy that that's gone through. The next stage is to add a coach. So I'm going to add coach Alice, and let's add an email for them. And again, we can add them to our team. As we can only have 1 coach per team, once we have added our coach, we can no longer add anyone else as the coach. Something that we do ask is that your coach is affiliated with your university or your employer. And if they're not affiliated with them, then please provide us with a contact from your university or your employer that we can contact for any safeguarding purposes. If you're a team from multiple universities, then we only need 1 contact from one of your universities. And you can add that by filling in their details here. I'm going to leave this as yes for now, just for simplicity. So we've got our team members. They've received an email to invite them to our team. If they've already got an account, then all they need to do is refresh their page once they've logged in, and they'll be able to join this application here. The next thing to do is fill out our team details, our personal details, sorry, and that should take less than 5 minutes. So we just add name, team member A, and as you can see, this indicator has gone from a red flag to a green tick, and that means we've filled in the relevant information. So what we want to do is get green ticks everywhere throughout our profile before we submit the application. These personal details pages are unique to each person in your team. So your team members and your coach will have a different page here, and everything they do will be private to them. In the background, our team will be looking at the responses here, especially your LinkedIn and CV, to carry out our eligibility checks. And at different times while you're completing your application, you'll see this eligibility status change from pending to checking to confirmed. It'll happen at different times for everyone, so don't be stressed if yours is taking longer than some of your team members. The next thing to do is start completing your team details. So coming up with a team name, I'm going to use best of the test, add in an emblem, and selecting your availability for regional qualifier dates. Once we've done that, we can go into the scored questions. The first question we have is not given a numeric score, but we do review it to get to know your team better. So we are the best team. When I'm typing in this box, you can see that the yellow circle has appeared, which means the status is pending. Once I click away from it, it will save the updates, and they'll be saved so that my other team members can see the updates and so that I can come back to them later as well. Then we'll go to question 2, which is the scored question that we'll use to determine whether you progress to the regional qualifiers or not. You have 2 options to choose from. One is looking towards historic achievements of the UK government in respect to cyberspace, and one is more forward-looking towards the most pressing challenges that the UK faces. Again, we'll select which option we want to do, and write an excellent answer. This will then save. When all of the boxes on a page have been completed properly, then we'll see this question responses tick go to green. The last thing to do once we've completed our application is review it and submit. Now, only team members can submit an application. Coaches are able to view this page but not submit. And what happens when we submit is that it locks our answers. So we can no longer edit what we've put in. This is important to note because if some of your team members, say, are still filling out their personal details, then that will be locked at this point and they won't be able to edit them. The easy fix for that is for that team member to just unlock the application, change their team details, and then lock it again. You can lock and unlock the application as many times as you want. Just make sure that you have submitted and locked it before the application deadline, that's the 15th of December. So with that, that's the entire application platform. We are looking for feedback on it. If there's any problems or any improvements, then let us know. It is something that's new and that we're still working on. But that's everything from me. So good luck with your applications, and I'm looking forward to reading them.